name is Garrett Johnson. I'm one of the partners here at Elrod Pope, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about medical malpractice cases. Medical malpractice cases are extremely complicated right from the start because when most people are involved in a car accident, well, it's pretty easy to figure out whose fault it is and who's responsible. In the medical world, it's a lot more complicated than that, and we don't have our day-to-day experience of operating on people, or at least I hope you don't, the same way we do with driving. So anytime something goes wrong in a medical setting, the first thing that we have to do is figure out whether there's really a claim here for what we call liability. Basically, can we prove that the doctor did something wrong, or to use the legal term, failed to meet the standard of care for medical professionals in that particular area of expertise. And so the first thing that we do when somebody comes into our office with a potential medical malpractice case is, of course, we need to get all your medical records, to get all the documentation from the procedure or the doctor who did something maybe wrong, and also any other doctors that you saw to try to treat that same condition or make better what the first doctor might have messed up. In order to actually proceed with a legal claim, we have to have an affidavit written out by a medical professional who works in that field and is familiar with the standards of care in that field. So we bundle up all the records and we send it to a medical expert, and we get his opinion. And if sometimes we might need to go get a second opinion as well. However, we really are at the mercy of those medical professionals because, like I said, we cannot do anything in terms of filing a claim if we do not have something from a medical expert writing out that affidavit saying this is what went wrong, this is why it's that doctor's fault. Then we file the claim, we'll file a demand. Unfortunately, most of these companies and doctors and medical practices do not like to settle the claims up front. In large part, that's because on the insurance policies, a lot of them require a doctor to be willing to sign off on it before the insurance company can pay a claim. And a lot of times doctors, for obvious reasons, don't want to admit that they did anything wrong or that they made a mistake. And so usually what happens is we end up having to file a lawsuit on this case. And then again, we're kind of in for the long haul at that point. It's probably going to be close to a year after we filed that lawsuit as we go through written discovery where we ask questions and collect documents and materials from the defendant doctors or practices. We take depositions where we put them under oath and ask them questions, and of course the defense attorneys will do the same. And then towards the end of the process, we have a mediation where everybody gets together and talks about numbers and negotiates back and forth, and usually, hopefully, we can get it resolved at that point. If you or a loved one has a medical malpractice issue or a potential medical malpractice claim, please give us a call. We'd be happy to talk to you. We don't charge anything for consults. And at Elrod Pope, we're here to help.